Iman Gadzhi, a high school dropout who claims to have built a multi-million-dollar empire through digital marketing and entrepreneurship. He sells himself as the ultimate example of self-made success, a young billionaire who escaped the rat race, and now he's offering you a chance to do the same. But as the dust settles around his flashy lifestyle, more and more people are asking, is Iman Gadzhi actually a scam artist? Iman Gadzhi was born on January 3, 2000, in Russia. His childhood wasn't filled with luxury or financial security. In fact, his early years were the complete opposite of the life he flaunts today. Raised by a single mother, Iman never met his biological father, and after moving to London at a young age, he quickly realized the struggles of financial instability. His mother worked multiple jobs to support them, and according to Iman, their life was far from easy.
I knew from the age of 8 or 9 years old, I was fucked. I remember even my mom used to have to always hide her bank statements because I would be 11 or 12 years old looking at her bank statements and running calculations. How much are we spending? What's our run rate? And my mom's always been super frugal. Even to this day, she's still super frugal. I would be 11 or 12 years old and I would be looking at this stuff and I'd be running calculations, and it was just very clear to me, like, we are royally fucked. And when you know that, and when you're the only child, especially of a single mom who's out there working and trying to make ends meet, listen, it's not like we were homeless or anything like that, but it's still, you just don't want to see your mom in that place or in that state, especially as an only son, an only child.
At around 14 years old, Iman experienced what he calls a turning point. His stepfather left, leaving him and his mother in an even worse financial situation. This moment, he claims, ignited his hunger for success. He was still in school at the time, but he had already begun exploring ways to make money online. One of his earliest ventures? Buying and selling Instagram accounts. This small hustle eventually introduced him to the world of digital marketing, setting the stage for what was to come. To understand the controversy, let's break down his business model. Gadzhi made his name by promoting SMMA, social media marketing agency, a business model that supposedly allows anyone to earn thousands per month by running ads for local businesses. According to Iman, getting started is easy. Reach out to businesses, sign a high-ticket client, outsource the work, and scale to 6 figures. The problem? Almost no one actually succeeds. A key criticism from multiple sources is that Iman isn't making millions from running his own agency. He's making it by selling the idea of running an agency. In the videos exposing him, creators point out that most of his revenue comes from his online courses, not from actual client work. If SMMA is so profitable, why isn't Iman focusing on scaling his agency instead of aggressively pushing his programs?
So you've probably seen this guy. I purchased his agency course last year, and this is my review video. First, let me say this. Iman uses the same technique as every single guru online to sell his high-ticket course. He schedules a call, and then in the call, he uses the same boring webinar script as everyone else. It's basically copy and paste from Sam Ovens. I purchased his course. I believe at the time was $1,200, maybe $1,500. Again, it was a long time. The same price as every single high-ticket course out there. After going through the course and the lessons, I actually thought it was the biggest pile of dog shit I've ever watched. After all, how can you expect a good agency course from someone who doesn't even own an agency? The same strategies that he used to do don't work anymore, therefore his course is useless. My question to you is, if having an agency is such a good idea, why stop that and start selling courses rather than scaling your business?
Another major red flag is the psychological marketing tactics he uses. Urgency bias, scarcity tactics, and high-pressure sales funnels. These are all classic strategies used by online gurus to make people believe they have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The limited spots in his programs? Manufactured urgency. The testimonials showing students making thousands? Survivorship bias, because for every success story, there are hundreds, if not thousands, who made nothing. One common manipulation is the emotional sell. He frequently references his difficult childhood and financial struggles to create a rags-to-riches story that resonates with his audience. While his past is real, using it as a marketing tool can make people more emotionally driven to buy into his courses.
You were born and raised in Dagestan for at least 4 years?
Correct.
And then you moved to London when you were 4?
Correct.
And then you had some pretty terrible experience with father figures. Biological father wasn't in the picture much.
My biological father was an alcoholic, abusive, which I guess I'll call it what it is. It didn't affect me. I will be very honest. It wasn't something that has caused me trauma or something that lives with me, because I guess it was just kind of out of sight. Obviously it's affected my mom very deeply, and my mom's a very
And then there's the issue of overpriced courses. Iman's programs can range from $1,500 to over $7,000, promising step-by-step guidance to financial freedom. But many former students claim the material inside is nothing special, often just repackaged information that can be found for free online. Some even say they were left in the dark after purchase, with little to no real mentorship or hands-on guidance. A critical point made in the expose videos is that his entire brand is built on flexing wealth. Expensive watches, luxury cars, private jets. These aren't just personal indulgences. They're marketing tools. They create the illusion that buying his course is the first step toward that same lifestyle. In reality, the people funding Iman's extravagant spending aren't agency owners. They're course buyers. Now, does this make him an outright scammer? Not necessarily. He does provide some value. His courses aren't completely empty, and some students have found success. However, the core issue is the false expectations he sets. He sells the dream of fast money and easy success when the reality of running an agency is far from it. It requires real skill, experience, and years of effort, not just a crash course and a few cold emails. So, what's the final verdict? Iman Gadzhi is not running an illegal scam, but his business model heavily relies on overhyping a near-impossible dream. The real question is, if you take away the courses, how much money is he actually making from SMMA itself? Until there's proof that his agency is generating the kind of revenue he claims, the suspicion will remain. He's making millions, but not in the way he says. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Iman. It's about the entire online guru industry. If someone is selling you a dream, always ask yourself, are they making money from the method they're teaching or from selling it to you? Because in most cases, the only real winners are the ones selling the dream. The online business coaching world is full of people who have cracked the code, not on how to run an agency, start an e-commerce store, or build a passive income, but on how to sell the illusion of success. So before you spend thousands on any guru's program, take a step back and ask, are you investing in your future, or are you just funding theirs?